All right, we are live. Welcome to the channel. This is Tom Trips Out. I'm a Canadian and I live in Cambodia, and I'm an English teacher and a musician. And I make videos to show information here and how to be a teacher and what it's like to live here. It's not only these live streams, I make actual videos that I edit together, so check out the channel and check out my playlists and stuff. But part of my channel, I do these live streams sometimes just to talk to my viewers and everything. So if you want to ask me stuff about becoming a teacher, you can do so. And then we're heading to a restaurant where you can get some noodle soup. And if that interests you, teaching abroad or moving to Cambodia or Vietnam maybe, the links are below in the description if you want to check out the way I did it. Basically, it's a government accredited TESOL program, and coming out of it, they line you up with job placement. This little truck. And yeah, they have they specialize in the country courses, and there's 2 destinations right now. It's Phnom Penh, where I am now. They also do Ho Chi Minh in Vietnam. It's a 4-week course, and you're there every day for 4 weeks, and you basically learn how to do lesson planning styles and learning styles. You do things like role play and practice where you pretend you're the students and one person's the teacher, and you can try things out. Then near the end of the 4 weeks, they send you to actual schools. This is like one of the coolest parts, where you can observe actual teachers. So you sit at the back of the classroom and watch a teacher do it for an hour. There's a school there. So yeah, and that's like the time when you're kind of still nervous about it because you haven't taught yet and you're still just learning. And to some people, the thought of going up in front of a big classroom, you're like, I know I'll do it and I'll be used to it. I'll get used to it. But right now I'm kind of, you're nervous about thinking about it. And being able to go and watch someone do it is really priceless. It's so good to... And it's comforting because usually you come out of that like, oh, I could do that. Like you see what they have to do, and it's like, I could see myself doing that. That's not so bad. Like, and you do it more than once. You do it like 8 times, I think, during the final week of the program. So you get to try and observe different age. You can see what a kindergarten class is like, what a grade 5 class is like, adults is like, different types of schools. And then you go back to these. This is still during that week, so you do a bunch of observations, and when you're finished all the observations, then you go back and they call it a teaching practice. And this time you take over the class. And the actual teacher, they sit at the back and watch you, and they give you feedback at the end. So during the program, you get to observe real teachers 8 times and then take over their class like 8 different classes, 8 different times, different age groups. And then they're lining up with job interviews. And what's cool about that is in the interview, when they ask you stuff, you can answer their questions like speaking on the experience that you've got in those teaching practice. Like, oh, well, last week I had to take over a class for grade 4, and a difficult situation did come up, and here's what I had to do to deal with it. And now you have things you can actually say in the interview, and you're not so well, I don't know, I never taught before. Like, yeah, you'd be way better in the interview from having experience in the course like that. Some monks there. Okay, I'm gonna read your thing now. I'm in Phnom Penh, Cambodia. How much can someone expect as the monthly salary? Well, if you come from a native English-speaking country, like America, Canada, UK, you normally get about $1,200 a month to start, $1,200 US. And you could make more than that, and then as you get experience, you get raises, and you could make more from that too. But if you want like an honest answer of what most people and what you'd probably get, it's like if you're a native English speaker, you'd get $1,200 a month, and if you're not, I get the feeling you're not because you have some mistakes in your sentence there, but that's okay. You could still be an English teacher if you're not from a native English-speaking country, but they might use that as an excuse to pay you a little less. Like, so you might get like, I knew someone from South Africa recently, and they got an offer, I think it was like maybe 900 with the promise that after 3 months they'll raise it to 1,000, something like that, if they stick around. So they get like 200 a month less if you could. Like, it doesn't mean that has to always be the case. You might find a school and they love you and they don't give you any lower offer. They give you 1,200 too. But like, from my experience, what happens is the 1,200 salary or higher goes to like native English speaking type people, and then less for the non. So that's the place we were gonna go eat at. I don't know the name of it. I've seen it in the delivery apps since being here. I go in person, and in the delivery apps, they charge like $2 more for everything. The little noodle soup I like is $2.50. I think they charge like $4.50 on the delivery apps, but probably because the apps are charging them a fee to be on there. But it's something about, and then on the apps they have some English for their name, which I don't know what it is, but it was something about Thai food. Check out these shades. Hey. Maybe I'll go here. Hold on, I just want to show this. I'm just gonna get this one. Yeah, can I have this one? So that's what I'm getting. Then with that AVSE course, they have a side program. So if just for jobs. So if you're someone that maybe you're going to get your TEFL some other way, you're going to get it at home, or you already have it, or you're doing one online or something like that. If you already have a TEFL, but you want to teach abroad and you want help getting a job, AVSE has a separate program that's a bit cheaper, and it's only 9 days. And basically what it is, you have to just show that you have a TEFL, and then you can sign up for this. And I think basically what you're doing is you're joining in with that month's. Sorry, there's so much honking. You join in with that month's TEFL class right in the final week, so you get to skip the first 3 weeks of all the course material of getting your TEFL because you already have it, and you kind of just join in with everyone when they're doing the observations and the teacher practices and stuff like that. And so it's kind of like you just catch the last 9 days of the course, and then including guaranteed job. So if you already have your TEFL, it's called Teaching Jobs Abroad program, and they do a little bit of a lesson planning workshop. So even though you already learned that, you can see the way they like it here in Asia. And then you get to do all those observations. You get to go back and practice in front of real, like, Cambodian classrooms and real kids and everything. And then coming out of that, they start to send your CV out on your behalf, like, to all the schools that are in need. So your inbox starts getting flooded with requests to meet you for an interview, like, from schools. And usually you get like 2, 3, 4 offers, and you choose one. So another thing that's new in my life. Not many people are writing stuff, so I need you to give me things to talk about. I need you to write stuff, or I'm just going to tell you about my life or whatever. So I had a PayPal, and that's how I get payments for a lot of things, including sometimes donations, or when I can refer someone to the AVSE, and then they have to pay me a little bit of a commission for the referral, depending how he uses PayPal sometimes. You know what I mean? And basically, I got banned from PayPal, is what I'm trying to get to. And I've looked it up, and this happens to people when you didn't really feel like you were doing anything wrong. And no one really explained to me what I did wrong, like, from PayPal, but I think I did. I get it. But, like, they could have just said, hey, you shouldn't, or they shouldn't have allowed me to do it that way. Like, basically, when the guy owed me a payment, he wanted to have an invoice for it. So in PayPal, you can do that. You can, like, issue somebody an invoice, and then they pay it. Then that way he has an invoice for, like, his taxes or whatever. But I'm not a business, so I shouldn't be. When you give out an invoice, that means you're selling, like, a goods or services to someone. And so because I'm not a business and I was doing that, it's basically like I was selling a goods or services, and but I'm taking a personal payment for it. And then that goes against their policies, apparently. So that's the only way, but no one even explained that to me, so I had to, like, kind of figure out that's what I was doing wrong. First, they just froze my account, and they go, give us more information about these transactions. So then I explained to them what everything is, and then they permanently ban me. And then when they permanently ban you, they freeze your money that you had in there for 6 months. And luckily I had no money in there except for the payment for September. Like, I had cleared it all out, and then the guy I sent the request to him for the ones that I got for September, which actually turned out to be, like, finally, like, really good. So it was like this nice payment I was all excited about, and the second it landed in PayPal, they froze my account. I gave some explanation. Permanently banned now. Now I have to wait 6 months to touch that money. So that sucks. And I wasn't even supposed to, like, to use, it's a long story. It's such a hassle to use PayPal too, and because they need you to have a phone number and a bank that lines up. And so I had to use all my Canada stuff, and then it's hard to transfer the money to Cambodia. So it's just so annoying. Okay, check this out. I like to pluck one right out like that, and that way I'm not like feeling through the bucket and pulling one leaf off every stem or something. They put a bit of cilantro in, which I don't like. That's normal. Don't like it. You can never fully avoid it, but when they put a big pile of it, then I can avoid it. Okay, good enough. Yeah, I've eaten here before. It's really good. And they give you this cup of ice with nothing in it. And yeah, if you feel like supporting or donating to the channel, you could send a super thanks, or what's actually smarter, like if you were going to donate, it's smarter to just sign up for my members page for 1 month, because it's $4.99. But that way you're not just sending a donation and getting nothing out of it. If you join the members, even just for 1 month, it's $4.99, but you get like 80 videos. There's 80 up there already, and then I put new ones every day. So like if you were going to donate, it's actually smarter to just sign up for my members for 1 month. Then you get a bunch of content out of it. Big Jed says cool sunglasses. Yeah, they were $5. I was like, I'm going to Ho Chi Minh in a few weeks and then Bangkok in a couple months, so I wanted like some trendy. I forget what his tasty face is. He looks like surprised usually, doesn't he? He'll be like, or the food is so good when I take a bite, it's just like on its own. What? So yeah, I got banned from PayPal like for life. Or like this is the best because when I'm looking down at my food, I can't even see the sunglasses part. But then if I look up where the sky would be, then so I'm still getting the best of both worlds like that. And I could read my phone and eat my food and everything, but still get some block out the glare from above. Big Jed says they're going to Hua Hin in Thailand in December. Cool. If you don't know, that's the guy from For Real, the channel For Real. Jeremy. I bumped into them like a week or two ago at Lola Music Lounge. Just the couple in For Real and Jeremy and Claire and what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, Itchy Feet on the Cheap was there. Ryan and what's her name? Sarah? They were there, and so that was cool because I had never met them before. Like sat down and talked to them before. Itchy Feet. And I'm trying to fill October with music gigs to get some money going. Like we have one in September, and then I don't know. September's getting too. It would have to be this weekend because this weekend we don't have a show, but the next weekend we do, and then the next weekend after that I'm going to Ho Chi Minh. So it's kind of like to book any more this month. It would have to be this weekend, which is only like 2 days from now. But October, we already have one booked, and I'm working on another one. I want to get like 4 in October, 4 gigs. Oh yeah, I'm working on 2 actually, so we're gonna already have 3 for sure. So I'm gonna have like at least 3 gigs in October, and I'm gonna try to get 4. And so far, that's all with the same band. So like I could get more gigs doing something else too. Here, now you can watch the street instead of my face. So Jeremy's asking, have you been getting much rain in PP? Not insane amounts, but like every day it rains for like an hour or something. It rained yesterday, right when I was gonna go make videos. I was already kind of like not motivated, and I was like pushing myself to, like I really didn't feel like it, but like get out there and do it. And so I started getting my ass up off the couch and getting my camera stuff ready, and then it just started pouring rain, and then it was like, well, I guess I can't do it today. Like So that's why I got out really early today, like 8 a.m. I was gonna leave earlier. I started charging my phone and my camera and stuff this morning, and I fell asleep again. Good day, Matto. Yeah, it's good to get me out and about. I have a members section on my YouTube too, where I put brand new ones every day, and I go live for them like every day. So when that rain happened, I basically went live for my members right at that moment on my balcony, like, and gave a little life update and like why I'm not going out making videos yesterday. But I want to film enough to make 2 videos today, and maybe they won't like post today, but I'm gonna like, I want to film like 2 videos worth, and then when I go home I can start editing one of them and then post it tomorrow or something, and then start editing the other one. Like, I was thinking of going to Treleon Park in Koh Peak. So there's not like crazy horns honking, it's like really quiet there, and there's no music, or there's some nice gardens to like walk around and see like statues and nice garden stuff. And then I was going to talk about one of the programs that I never really talk about. Have you thought about doing more apartment reviews? Yeah, I guess I could. Or at least I could start with like visiting my friends' apartments or something. Like tell them ahead of time, let me film your apartment. Are you asking because those always do well? Yeah, good for the channel. I've had some pretty big boosts because of those types of videos. I've been thinking about doing another hotel review soon, just like a staycation. Like you pick or keep your eyes open on the Agoda apps or the different apps for when they're having a last minute sale, but you have to come tonight, like, or some kind of thing, like 1 hour sale, like get like a pretty decent room for one night here in the city for like cheap. Just for an excuse to make a YouTube video. Just feels like a waste of money though. Jeremy says he did an apartment video last week and got 4,000 people in 2 days. $4,000 views? Yeah, that's probably what you mean. That's amazing. Hey Tom, how many hours a week do you teach? Right now, the place I worked at, they kind of went on hiatus. They went on a hold, so I don't, like at this moment, I don't teach at all, but I need, what it should be is about like 3 hours a day is what I would like. So what's that mean? 15 hours a week. 10 to 15 hours a week is what I would want. And when you get a full-time job, someone was asking how many hours do I teach? That's for me, but when you actually get a full-time job at a international school, it's basically treated like a full-time job, like a 40-hour-a-week job, but you're not in front of kids teaching for the whole 40 hours. You only have maybe 4 classes in a day, but you have to stay at the school for like 8 periods. So as a teacher, if you came and got a job here, you'd be at school from 7 in the morning till 4:30 in the afternoon. But in all that time, you might only teach 3 or 4 classes, and the rest of the time you're doing admin or sitting in the teacher lounge. And that's why I preferred the language center type of thing, where you just do a few hours and get out of there, because I need the rest of my day to do other things. I'm in bands, I do YouTube, Yeah, I need to sign up for that. Jeremy's saying a lot of his friends are on Native Camp, which is like an online platform for online teaching. I believe it's Japanese. Is the school management friendly? That's a really odd question. It's like that's like you're asking me like a specific person's personality at any hypothetical school. Like I don't know. I don't know what the personality of your future boss will be. Like, so I can't really answer that. But most of the time they're friendly. Oh, I see. Strict and slave driving. No, it's not like that. Sometimes they don't care. Like the school is just disguised to. They're just collecting tuition from parents, and they don't care about education most of the time. Like, so sometimes, like your paychecks could be late or something. Like you're supposed to get paid, and it doesn't come that day, and you get all upset. And do you think they're going to have any sympathy for you or empathy? They couldn't give a shit that your paycheck's late. They don't care about you like at all. So like, it'll come the next day. Just shut up and wait. Like, so it's a little bit like you're just a number that's there to help them get tuition money off people. They don't care about you like as a person. That's how I felt a lot of the time. But they're not mean to you. Oh wow. Thank you, Priya Lau. Priya just sent me a donation, $3. That pays for this even. I really appreciate you. Thank you very much. Yeah, they're not, you never know, you could work somewhere where the guy is an asshole, you know what I mean? It just depends on, sometimes too, you might notice things like, they're old-fashioned, like the principal, even if you have a really, like at my school I worked at, the vice principal was really professional woman, and she was like my boss, and she's really good and really on top of everything and organized and super professional person. And no matter what though, she won't be the principal. She'll always just be the vice principal because they need like a big man in that role, and that's really like old-fashioned. But and you'd see like they needed a principal, and for a while there was no principal, and she was doing the job of her own job plus the principal's job till they found one. And I kept thinking, why don't they just give her the job? And then some idiot comes in, and he's just a big tall guy, like and he's just a big tall idiot, like, and he's nice and everything, but he's like, you could tell she's so good, like, and she didn't speak Khmer that well, so that was part of it too. But oh, Israel. Sorry, I was jib-jabbering. I didn't see you there. Israel, thank you so much. Whoop, 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 whoop. You get if you donate, you get a little sunglasses animation. That's really cool. You guys, with Priya and with you put together, and I've explained this before, but that could be enough to close the gap for me to reach 100 by the end of September. And the significance of that is YouTube, they won't send me the money until I reach 100. So look, if I get right to like 99, they won't send me the money, and then it carries over to the next. I have to wait all the way to the end of the next month. And on my own, I get to about, it could be different, but around 75 or so. So like, you've basically, you guys, with these 2 donations, it's going to be really, now I'm super close to hitting the 100 this month. Thank you so much. Victory! I like the thing you chose, Israel. The super sticker. How do you guys like that, like, you know, facing the road like that? You don't have to watch me shove noodles in my mouth. Like. Yeah, B-roll footage. Israel, you're the best. And Priya. I was going to tell people, so yeah, if you want to be cool like them and donate, the options there is a $ icon, or I also have a members page on this channel where I put exclusive videos. Like every day I go live for the members, almost every day. And then they post, so there's like over 80 videos already there that are only for members. And it costs $4.99. So, like, if you were going to send $5, it's smarter actually to don't do that, but sign up for my members for 1 month. It's the same price, but then you get videos out of it, you know? So, something to consider. Like today I'm going to go to Koh Peak and film some videos, and on the way there I'm going to go live for the members. So it's like behind the scenes on the way to making a video, and then when I get to the location I'll still keep that going a little bit, show them the park I'm going to and stuff, and then shut it off and then film my video. I'm almost done, and then we'll walk back. Then it will be more exciting out on the streets. Okay, I'm gonna pay them with ABA. So when I've said this before, but when I leave this screen to use the banking app, it's gonna freeze you guys for just a minute. So don't panic or run away. Just hang in there for 1 sec while I pay, and then it'll come back, and then we can walk. We'll walk through the neighborhood back to the thing. Okay, so I'll give you something good to look at. All right, that wasn't too bad, eh? Thanks for hanging in there. I think we didn't lose anybody. I really like the, with these sunglasses, I like the color of the lens, like whatever the yellowy brown, it almost makes things look like clearer. Everything's more sharp. It's like those sunglasses you can wear where you can see fish in the water or something. Maybe it's taking all the glare away or something. Here's like a real barbecue. I gotta buy some stuff from here one time. I think these are stuffed frogs. You see that? You can't stand anywhere without someone trying to drive where your feet are. It's like back at my old place, I used to live near Cabco Market, and I would walk there and make videos and get a chicken leg and stuff. And then when I moved to this neighborhood, it's kind of like, okay, where's the barbecue place in this neighborhood? And there she is, right there. That's a good one. Maybe that would be a good video. I could make the stuff they had there, the stuffed frogs. I've had frog before. It's really good, but I've never had it where they stuff it with like rice and meat and stuff and vegetables, and then they barbecue it. And it's like this, looks like a water balloon, but made out of a frog, like stuffed with awesomeness. It's a nice little neighborhood, hey? I think this is some kind of hotel. I see people coming out of here. That yellow building, I see people coming out of there that look like, you know, brand new, and they're only here for a week. Like, that's what they look like. It's a nice alleyway. Shall we? I have a feeling it's a dead end, actually. Let's just carry on. I always walk by everything so fast. We could take time to stop every once in a while and zoom in on stuff and talk about what we're looking at. Chit Chat Cafe. So here's a school. International school. It's all locked up. You can hear them, the little monsters. That's what it would look like. See, they're advertising to parents, like, enroll in this school. We do programs in Khmer and English, and we do play-based learning, and we have native English teachers here. That's what parents want to see, and that's why it's like sometimes more difficult for non-native English teachers to get a job or to get paid the same, because they're considered to be like not as valuable, I guess. Even though you might be an amazing teacher and you're like good at English. Yo, Elijah. Smart T, hello. Nice alley with a bar on the corner. Yeah, I like the trees and I wish there was more palm trees in this neighborhood. In my old neighborhood, there was like palm trees everywhere. It makes you feel more like on vacation. These are kind of there, almost like it, but. Okay, we got to keep going. There's flies. There's like 2 or 3 flies that are just loving landing on me right now. Yeah, I love giant palm trees because it makes me feel like I'm in California or a tropical island or something. And even though there's lots of trees and bushes here, there's not many palm trees. Look. 'Have any questions about teaching or stuff like that? Or living here, or having to buy things here or whatever? This place, the Black Sheep, they pissed me off. They were in a nice little bar, and I feel bad for them because no one ever goes there. It's like they're obviously going out of business. Like I don't know if they're going out of business, but they have like no business. Like no one, it's always empty. They're obviously struggling bad. And so a few times I've gone to make videos and live streams in there, like, look how nice it is in this place. It's a nice little bar, and you should check this out. Like, it's been overlooked. Like, this is a gem in Russian. Come check it out. And so I go in there and I order a beer, and I'm doing a live stream to promote his little empty bar. And I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, you know what? I feel like getting a little more of a buzz, and I want to help support that little bar, because at this point I still like them and stuff. So I'm like, you know what? Also give me a shot of Jameson, and that should be like $2.50 or maybe $3, or at the most at an expensive place like $3.50 here in Cambodia. Like you can get a mixed drink for $3 or $3.50, and that's like including the soda with it. You know what I mean? So a shot should be $3 and a mixed drink $3.50, like something like that. So I get the Jameson shot. I don't know how much it'll be, and this is a place where the beers are only $1. So I thought, okay, I'm in the cheap range or whatever. So then I go to pay, and there's no real price. He has like a notepad and a calculator. You know what I mean? And he looks over at me, and I could tell I look like I'm talking to my phone the whole time in a live stream, so I look like an annoying influencer. So he's like a struggling bar owner. He goes to ring me up, and he just looks up at me, and then gives me the thing, and the shot costs $5.50. He obviously just added on $2 for himself. And that's like the dumbest thing he could have done now. I'm never going back there, and I'm going to tell that story forever. And it's like, there's no way that's how much it costs for a Jameson shot here. So, what do they call that? He bit off his nose to spite his face. Like, he's an idiot. And I never expect that kind of thing, but you should almost give it to me for free. Like, I'm making videos about his place. Like, hate all the noise, and like when the motorcycle engine is so loud, it almost hurts me. I don't know how to explain it. When it's really ripping loud, those things like, or a horn honk that's right beside me. It's almost like, have you ever seen those videos that try to show you what like an autistic person goes through? If they walk through a public place like a mall, and it tries to show you how they get, in the video with using effects, it shows you how they get overstimulated or they can't handle the loud noises and what it does to them and stuff like that. And it like reminds me of myself, like sometimes. Like right there, it's like I'm getting, what it feels like, you know when someone hides behind a corner and they scare you and they come around and they startle you? Like, I'm getting jump scared. That's what it's called. It's like all of these abrupt noises it's the feeling of constantly getting jump scared all the time. And I hate it. And no one has any regard for safety. It's like, I need to get where I'm going faster than you. Like that's everyone's attitude. Oh. It's like, I know, I'll go down this quiet side street. There won't be any enormous construction dump truck driving up your back. Oh, wait, there is. This is why I stay home. You know what it is? These roads, they're not meant for people to go for a walk like how I do. This is what happens. You take one step, there's already someone behind you ready to run you over. Like, oh, here we go. Sorry, I didn't see you guys were writing stuff. Sometimes it's too sunny to see my own screen. Okay, hang on. Can you get rent and electric for under 400? Yes, big time. You could get it for 200. That's a little more harder to get, but my very first apartment, and you could go check this, there's videos. My first apartment here ever, about 2.5 years ago, I got for 140. And then depending electricity is expensive here if you use your air conditioner all the time. But if you use like a fan instead, it's much cheaper. And then maybe only if you come home one day and it's like unbearable, then you put on your air conditioning for like a half an hour and then turn it off. And then let your fan keep going. So if you don't rock your AC like crazy, your electric bill will only be like $25 or $30. So like you could get an apartment for 200 or something, and then your electricity bill, let's say you use it sometimes, so $40 or something. So you know, the electric, if you don't leave your air conditioner on all the time, you can get away with between $20 and $40 for electricity. I think in my place it's really big right now, but I do that where I don't put my air conditioner on ever. And I paid about, but I have the fan plugged in like all the time. And I'm always charging my cameras and my laptop, and I'm doing a lot of charging stuff all the time. But my electricity bill's like not more than $30. I think it's 20 or 30. But if I had the air conditioner on all the time, oh my God, it could be easily like $100. The electricity here is 25 cents a kilowatt, which is basically like, I tried to check in other parts of the world, and in Canada, they charge you different prices throughout the day you know, there's like peak times and non-peak times. And I think even in places like that where they have like a peak time where it's more expensive to use your power, it's still more expensive here than your peak time. I think you pay something like maybe 7 cents an hour in your low time, and then it goes up to like 22 or 24 cents per kilowatt in the peak times where they don't want you to use electricity. And here it's 25 cents all the time. So it's kind of like you're living in a place where the electricity is more expensive than peak time all the time. All the time. What I used to do sometimes is when I leave my apartment, if your place is like this, sometimes the fuse switches are right by your door. So anytime you leave, you can literally just shut off the power, like shut it off from the fuse, like, so it's not even coming in. Oh, I'm sorry. Someone just came out of there where I was standing. Do they let you choose what grade level you want to teach, or do they place you where they need you? It's more they place you where they need you, but sometimes there's more than one option. Like that happened to me. And usually when you're applying, they might tell you that in the interview, they'll tell you that, like, you know, it's for this grade level. Do you see yourself like that would be good for you or something? When I had my very first interview ever, it was supposed to be for grade 1. That's pretty young. And I was just going to take anything I could get, right? And it kind of felt good because I had never taught before, so I didn't want, you know, you wouldn't have to worry that there's some kind of grammar you don't know or something. When they're only in grade 1, you're like they barely can do anything. So I was kind of comforted, like, oh, at least that'll be easy material and stuff. So I go in the interview, and the interview goes well and all that. And then it popped up that, oh, like in the same school, in the same campus, in the same everything we're talking about, our grade 8 teacher also like is not working out. They're leaving next week. So it's everything we were talking about for grade 1, or you could, if you wanted, you could have this grade 8 job. And I ended up taking the grade 8 one, and it was way better for me. And I think they sensed that too. That's why they offered that to me. Because I'm good and I'm fun and I can be kind of funny and all that, but I'm a little bit like monotone, or I don't know how to explain it. I'm a little bit like, my energy level is pretty flat, you know what I mean? It's not like what you might want for Sesame Street or Polka Dot Door, like, good morning everybody. Like, I don't come in and do that. I'm more coming in chill and cool, or like sincere, and then I'll say like dad jokes and stuff, which works way better for grade 8. They're like 13 and 14 years old, so I could say like stupid dad jokes and they're laughing, and I could be like, hey, come on guys, like I can talk like just like myself and talk to them like they're adults. You're older, you know better than that. You're 13 years old, or like you're in grade 8 now. Instead of coming in and being Barney the dinosaur or being Polka Dot Door or Sesame Street every day, you know what I mean? So I think they might have sensed that, oh, this grade 8 thing, you know what? Ask Tom if he wants that. That might be better for him. And I think I even mentioned in the interview how I liked the idea of grade 1 and everything, but I think that I'd imagined myself doing a little more older than that. Like I think I maybe even said that, and then so you can tell them, and then they can try to shuffle maybe, like if they have a few. But yeah, you don't always think about it. How could you just pick? Because if it's not open, then that means if you can just pick, that means you're going to take someone else off that job. Like someone else who was happily teaching grade 5, you're going to come over and be like, I want grade 5. You're gone. Like when you're the new one getting hired, you have to kind of choose from what's available, and then now you're in, you know. Then once you're in the school, things can shuffle, things can keep shuffling once you're there, but you just want to get in, you know. And things can shuffle even within that year. You don't even have to wait till the end of the year. Like sometimes a bunch of people quit at once, and then they need to change things around, and because of someone else's schedule, it's like whatever, like they figure it out, like, you know what, you're not doing grade 1 anymore, you're taking grade 4 and 5, and Mrs. whoever is going to take your old classes, and they do a big shuffle. Or you know, nothing shuffles. You stick with the grade they gave you for the rest of that school year, and you're kind of becoming friends with all the people you work with and your boss and stuff, and you're at work parties, and you know, and every moment you have together, you're like a little bit of a sigh, like, oh, I just wish I could have had an older grade level. I think it would be better for me and stuff like that. And they're just kind of like, you know, they'll be like, well, you're doing a really good job, so hang in there. And when the next term starts, we can talk about changing it up. Like, you know what I mean? So you might not get to pick, but once you're in, you can start to express like what you'd rather do, and they usually try to make it happen for you. Because they like you to like your job, like what you're doing, you know what I mean? If you were them, wouldn't you want the person who wants to do that grade to do that grade? You know what I mean? It makes sense. Give it to them. But you can't just walk in off the street and take what you want like instantly. Sometimes you have to wiggle in and then get a shuffle going. And okay, I'm just repeating myself now. PTSD, bro. Yeah, that's what I know that's an old comment. I was talking about how all the noises. Yeah, it happens to me at home too sometimes because they're doing construction. I'm basically at my home right now. This is my building here. Like even that noise, nobody fixes their brakes. That's just metal on metal. But they're building this building right here. And sometimes the noise out of there is like driving me crazy. With like PSD feelings, like, or PTSD, I mean. So yeah, I think I might end it soon, but all the links are below if you want to check out, you know, how to become a teacher. And subscribe to my channel for free, because I do more than just these walkarounds with my phone. I actually make videos on topics, and I edit them and put music, and I've been doing that for like 3 years. And so there's one called apartments. That's what people seem to be really interested in. So go look at you can see all the apartments I've ever had. And there's videos of ones when I did viewings, and I didn't end up living there, but I went and did viewings. I have videos of viewings and like 3 or 4 apartments I've lived in. One of them, I went to a guy's who was renting a house, and it was like my friend's apartment, but it was a whole villa, like a whole house for $600 a month, and there's a video on that. So go explore in my playlists. There's ones in every town in Cambodia. You can see videos on all kinds of stuff. So go subscribe for free and go look at all my playlists and stuff. And then if you like what you see, you could pay extra and become a Tom Trips Out member, and there's a link for that in the description, and then you get extra videos every single day, and there's already 80 there. So if you go explore my content, and then if you love it, consider becoming a member and binge it all. And if you become a member, you can like join and unjoin as you want, like just a month at a time. Here's the beer company. Priya, thank you. Yeah, she said, or I just said, sorry if you're not a she. They just said they're gonna join the club. There's a link for it in the description. I know sometimes it's hard to find, but how the hell do you join this thing? Members, and there's 80 there. And if you go back, the very first couple of videos I made for the members one was about Happy Pizza. That's where they put cannabis on pizza here. And then I made another one on, they sell like nitrous balloons in the bars. They fill up a balloon with gas and sell it to you, and you breathe the gas like out of the balloon. I made videos about that, but only for members. And then there's about 80 live streams from the last 2 months of me doing these members things. I do them and they post. So a lot of it is food I'm eating that day, or giving an update on my life, or behind the scenes. Or when I did a trip to Siem Reap, I was going live showing you the hotel rooms I had. Like, they were getting sneak peeks in Siem Reap, and so that's the kind of content that's up there. There's getting close to 90 videos there, and then I put new ones every single day. So $4.99, and you could do it for 1 month and watch them all and quit again. Whatever, you can join and unjoin as you want, or stay with me and I'll keep them coming. All right, you became a member. I can see it. That's great. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It's actually the smartest way to donate to me. I said that before, because if someone else just only sent me $4.99, they get nothing. And you get about 90 videos, and I'm putting new ones every day. I'm going to do one later today for you guys. So it's smart. And sometimes people tell me they feel bad unsubscribing from that Tom Trips Out member thing, but I understand. So don't worry. If you only wanted 1 month and you end up quitting, you could whatever. You could do 1 month, then wait 3 or 4 months, and then sign up again for 1 month. Like, just keep doing 1 month every so often, and catch up on what you missed or something, or whatever you want. Every little bit of signing up helps me, so I appreciate all of it, even if you only do 1 month. Thank you so much. I was gonna maybe go film a video today. I mentioned this earlier, and that'll probably be the members live today. Will be like me on the way to the location where I'm gonna film the video. It's kind of like a on the way to / behind the scenes of making my next video. That was gonna be the live today, or the members live today. Yeah, I'm gonna cut the stream off now. Thanks for watching. Thanks everyone who donated. Israel, Priya, you guys helping me survive. I love you. And until next time, remember, how you spend your days is the way you spend your life. It's never too late to start tripping out. Banana Man.